Hi everyone,
Hi everyone,
it's Lee and me.
Cocaine Bear.
And we're a little delayed, but we're getting to our Freaky Friday, but it's now Saturday live.
Yeah, we're doing Friday the 14th. This is Saturday the 14th.
That's right.
Instead of
So
Friday the 13th.
here we go, we're at the Crime Cauldron, and now I've fulfilled the dare aspect of doing the live in my mask. Hello everyone.
She was dead.
I think we might
You
let
have
me
to
breathe.
go, when there's a dare, we kind of have to, you know.
So everyone's got a good look at this. This is my drive to work face yesterday. Got some interesting looks, and yes, strangely you can see out of this. So here we go.
I've been heading to the IGA every afternoon in my get-ups.
Yes, she has. She's literally been running around in her costumes.
I've been getting some very interesting reactions. Yes, I've got a weird angle going on.
I always have those.
Do you know my mum used to cut my hair like that when I was a kid, and I told her she couldn't cut my hair anymore because I'd always end up with a thing like this.
My dad used to just grab the kitchen bowl and, you know, if you complained enough, he'd dump that on you and do his best to go around the outside. Might explain a few things from the trauma of growing up.
My mum used to take me to the barber and have my hair burnt.
I don't think that's
He
a
used
thing.
to burn it with
do you mean?
this stick, like an incense stick, and it swore blind, oh, it's going to make your hair curly. Well, it did, but not till I was in my 20s. My dead straight hair went curly. But
I have never heard anything
I can
about this.
still clearly remember, I still have it, I can still clearly smell burning hair.
Today's segment is called Leeds Childhood Trauma.
Well, look, who else is having childhood trauma today? Maybe that's the topic.
Today's childhood trauma is, let's find a card for it.
Ooh.
Control. We've picked a nice zombie control card. You know, control's a really interesting idea, isn't it? What we have control over, what has power and control over us. I mean, when we're growing up, you don't have that control, do you? Don't have any say. You're kind of following the ideas and belief systems of your parents or their parents or the adults that are, you know, caring for you. And in some regards, some of that may be brilliant. And other regards, what has kind of hindered you, or maybe some of those belief systems that have kind of held you back from things. It becomes interesting, that idea of control. What's controlling you now? If you had to think about one thing that was controlling you now, and it's not me.
I don't think I want to go there.
Okay, interesting.
I
I look at the things that control us, right? Time.
Time's a controller.
Time. Some people come in, they said to me, you know, I never have enough time. I'm running out of time. Money's controlling. So if I don't have enough money, what do I have the power to do or don't do?
You're controlled by money,
Yeah,
perhaps.
that's a very, you know, where we start feeling limited or we can't do things because of it. There's many factors, I think, in our day-to-day life that bring up that idea of what's controlling us. And the question becomes, you know, what's your belief around that too?
Absolutely. And I think I guess that topic's coming up today, but I think we have to look back to the different types of control that was in our life as children that we do carry on into our adult lives and keep repeating.
Yeah, it's do I still need this narrative? You know, do I still need the narrative that, you know, oh, if you don't work hard, you'll get nothing. You should be happy with what you've got. You know, there can be some pretty interesting belief systems that have come from that area of control. What do you actually believe about money? What do you, how hard do you think? I had someone say something really interesting to me today, you know, in terms of they wanted to change jobs. So they were looking at like finally coming to a point, it's like, I want to change jobs. You know I can't have one of those wish jobs And I was like, wow, what's a wish job? And it was the idea, which was really fascinating, that they couldn't actually go and do a job that they enjoyed because
Here we are.
they didn't think that it would give them enough to sustain life on, and it just wasn't a possibility for them to go and do a job that would bring them joy because it wouldn't pay them.
So is that a control issue in the way that they were raised to think of how money comes to them?
Or even the simple, having been a single mum raising kids, that idea that I just have to keep going, or I just have to do this job I don't like. I don't have the luxury of doing something that I am good at or like because it won't pay me to cover the bills. I hear that one, and having been a single mum and still raising kids, I get that. I understand where it comes from, that kind of security. I need to feel safe, right? So that becomes control.
Yeah, safety and security.
What is actually controlling your decisions right now?
Yeah, exactly.
What's stopping you from moving forward?
And another one I just thought of too is how you see your own body, your physicality can be very much controlled by childhood.
100%.
By how you were seen by your family or your peers as a child. And, what were your nicknames growing up?
Yep.
I can think of a few of mine, and I can absolutely see how well and truly into adulthood I still have to struggle through some of those even now. That's control.
There's underlining things that operate, that we may not consciously be aware that are still operating, are still controlling our choices and decisions that we make. Oh, I can't buy that today just in case, I'm going to need the money. Yet you're already working a really great job, you're making a wage, but still there in the background, oh, I've got to keep that $20 in my purse. Why? Oh, when you analyze it, is it because dad said you must carry money for a rainy day? What is the controlling limitations that are still operating in your subconscious or even in your conscious mind that you could let go of today?
I was always told,
replace with the positive.
I was always told that you needed to leave money in your purse because you could be done for vagrancy. What? Yeah, I think it was a law once. I mean, if anybody has real information on that, but I was always told that it was illegal to have nothing in your pockets at one point because you could be done for vagrancy and locked up.
Wow, maybe it's an
maybe
1800s law. So I have no idea on that one, but interesting idea, right? Or you could be mistaken as someone with no money. Yeah, okay.
But then there's also, on the flip side of that, I was also taught.
I was also.
That it was a good idea to keep a little bit of money in your purse to attract more.
Well, of course, like there's a bit of money magic for you, right? Keep a gold coin in your purse or keep a note in your purse. Put some bay leaf, some cinnamon in there and attract more in. That's a little bit of money magic energy, but I think a lot of that was safety, right? Yeah. We were told it as kids. You should always have some money on you just in case.
And clean underwear.
Always keep those close by. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
You know.
Always get those, especially as you get older. Anyway, different topic of conversation. That's a different type of control. Thanks for that.
One we should all work at.
Far out. Go back to my mask now.
Yeah, look at the colour of that mask.
You're done?
I work in a school a couple of days a week, and that's been a really well-worn topic this week.
Control.
Yes.
We're going some dark places. I don't want to go. So while we were thinking on that, Just pulling the next card out of this pile to go with our theme of control and what we can control, and maybe reviewing that. And we're in a Halloween theme. So here's the card called Ghost. And this card, to go with the control, the zombie card, brings up the idea of regret. The things that we need to let go of. So here we've got the controlling factors, what's operating, but also what do we need to let go of to move forward?
Yeah, exactly.
You cannot continue to kind of chain yourself to that past and drag it forward with you. You've got to look at the energetic ties of some things from your past, or some things that are still haunting you, and actually decide, are these things I could let go of? Would my life get more positive if I actually let go of some of these things? We have a lot of built-in narrative and a set of values and standards. And I'm not saying get rid of all your values and standards, but maybe review them.
Because what are you dragging around
That you don't need to.
that you don't need to? What's creating that lag in your life? Because you're dragging around so much crap that should have been left behind a long time ago.
Yeah, and what's its energetic imprint? Is it positive? Is it negative, right? Are those thoughts assisting you? If you're living in a conscious sort of state of saying, I don't have enough money, I'm not going to be able to pay these bills, oh my God, my job doesn't value me, and you're not actually sort of looking to change things, you're not actively looking for a job that you'd love to do, or you're not working on yourself to get the job that you'd love to do, you're just sitting there going, well, nothing ever changes and nothing ever gets better for me, and I'm just stuck and I have no money and this is how it is and this is what's happening in this world, then I have to ask you a question. How is it helping you? How is that conversation, that narrative helping you? And you may say to me, Violet, it's true, the world is stuffed, nothing is coming right, look at what's happening. And I get it, but you do have control over you. You have control over what you think, what you say, and what you do. And in effect, those things will create how you feel. And that is your interaction in the world. So sure, maybe you can't change where the mortgage rates are and what's happening in the world on many fronts. And there's a lot of really horrible, sad things going on. I get that. And it can feel like it's all here. But what can I control today? What can I let go of, release today, and what can I control today? Well, I can't control all the world events, that's true. But I can be really nice to my neighbor. I can help the woman in the supermarket. Every little action that we put out into the world creates a tiny drop, a tiny little bit of positive energy, or a ripple of positive energy. And that is what you can control. I can control how I treat Lee here. I can control what I choose to think today, right? I can go, wow, it's a beautiful day out there, sun's shining. I'm looking forward to being in my garden later on. I'm gonna play with the cats. I'm gonna drop past my neighbor. I can control this. And I can, from starting to look at that as my positives in my day and my inputs, that I'm going to raise my frequency and the energy around me is going to get better and better.
And everything is about energy, vibration, and frequency. And we have the control of that. Yeah. It all starts here.
Everything we do in this life starts there. Yeah. And we need to create new narratives. Another great narrative that keeps hitting my door is this kind of, when am I going to get a relationship? When's the relationship going to happen? When's the relationship's going to happen? And it's like, let's actually focus on what you want from life. Let's bring it back down to what is it you want to put into the world? Let's strip the whole need to have the relationship fall into place like it's the be all and end all. If you're hunting something so hard like that, my question is, are you really happy in where you are? Do you have what you want? Because I'll tell you something, nobody else is going to fill your cup. You're going to fill it.
And what are you giving back? What are you doing? How are you how are you giving? How are you making someone else's life better? Or how are you creating? Or are you just asking to be fulfilled? You're asking to have all the time. I need. What about I give? There's some action to that takes place when there's things that we
give
want.
you a lot, you know.
She does.
I feel like this is, you know, we're having a dig in.
Yes. And mindset, you know, she can bully me and push me around, and I can choose to cry and ease off camera, or I can flicker with my plaits and continue on.
It's true though what Lee's saying, right? What we give out, what we put out, what we give out is what we get back. It's a simple analogy. It's not a complex analogy. But when you look at relationships where they're saying, well, I'm waiting for someone, when's someone going to come in? When am I going to meet my person? I get that. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't have relationships and we shouldn't make connections and we shouldn't want that. I think that's all healthy. But we've also got to be at a healthy point where we know what we want out of life for us, and we know what we're putting in the bowl. I know that if I turn up, when I turn up for Lee every day,
because Lee's always late.
You know, what am I going to put in the bowl? I'm going to put my honesty, integrity. I'm going to have tough conversations. I'm going to step into terrain I'm maybe not comfortable with. You know, these are, what am I going to give? What am I turning up as?
I think it also comes back to watching your words, because what's that old saying?
Spells?
Like it's words are spells, but it's like if you say it is, then it is.
It's true. I won't fight you. If you say to me, oh, life doesn't work out, I'll go, okay. Nothing ever goes my way, okay. I don't want to spend my time fighting you if that's your belief. Okay. Only you can change it. I can't change it for you.
And we come back to that analogy that we spoke about probably in one of our first videos of, if you want that new car, you know, if you're neglecting the one you have,
if you're not
come back to my car.
If you're not appreciating the car you have,
if you're neglecting what you already have, how can you possibly call in something else? So the same thing comes with love, I think. If you're neglecting yourself, if you're not spending time on you, if you're not treating yourself with respect and care, how can you possibly ask for somebody to come into your life that's going to treat you with that respect and care? It all starts here.
It's what you can control.
Yeah.
Okay? You can control your thoughts, your words, what you do, what you put out into the world. That's what you can control. You also can control what you choose to let go of. Let go of the past. Let go of some of the blames. You know, if you're blaming yourself for stuff-ups or I did this, look, review it, take in the information, absorb the lesson, and then let it go. Stop beating yourself up over it. Have I done some dumb stuff I wish I hadn't done? Yes. Have I said some things I wish I could take? Yes. God, yes. At some point, I have to look at it and go, did you take in the lesson? Yeah. Would you do it again? No. Okay. I have to forgive myself. I have to let it go, and I just have to do better as I move forward. That's it. Yeah. Can't keep going there. It's done.
Because that's a form of control too, that you're putting on yourself.
And if someone won't give you the forgiveness that you think you need to move forward, give it to your goddamn self, because that's bloody narcissism and gaslighting someone. Either forgive them or say you can't and move on. Just do not drag it on. You know, if someone's dragging you over the coals and every time you go there, it's you did this and you did that. I'm sorry, at some point you've got to go, you know what? I've taken on my part of this. I can't keep being a punching bag. Right? I'm going to let go.
So, I guess that's it. Have a look. Have a look in your life.
That's it for today.
That's just it. Goodbye. No, that's all, folks. To have a look at your life and assess where in your life you're allowing past control issues to continue on, to keep going. Oh, you just pulled that out.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive forgiveness, reducing burden, because it really is, you know, we have to at some point cut ourselves a break.
100%.
Cut ourselves a break. You know how much that takes off our bodies?
Oh,
The absolute weight and trauma and stress it puts on our bodies that are already doing enough every day to keep you breathing and keep you moving and keep you alive. To just forgive yourself and those that have done whatever. Let it go. Drop that bag of rocks. Drop it off.
It's, you know, it's that. It's let it go. It's also, it's okay for us to say we're not okay. It's just this idea that we have to strong arm it through life, you know?
Yeah. It is okay to say, you know what?
I'm not coping.
That situation's really taxed me.
Yeah.
It's really taxed me, and I am having trouble dropping off that big bag of rocks, that big bag of forgiveness. How do I do this? Help me through it. It's okay to also do that. That's a good point. So to not be forgotten is that it is okay to speak up and go, I want to let this go. I just don't know how. How do I do that? I need help.
I'm working on it, people. I'm working on a book for you all. I've had a working title for years.
I know. How exciting.
It's my walk through dog shit, people.
It shan't be decorated with shit. It will just be just the name of the title.
Lee keeps going there today.
You sent me this thing on crafting. This woman was crafting with shit, and I was like, I'm not going there. The stuff she says to me is horrendous. I need help, people.
I don't know what it is. Whenever I go to do the store posts on Instagram and I get those little things, I seem to have the oddest things come my way. I don't know if there's anybody else out there that when they turn on that thing, they go, why did that come up for me?
It's probably what you share with others. Maybe.
Gotta have a laugh, right? Laugh and life. I thought you were crafting. I think she's crafting with moose poop.
I'm not crafting with poop. I draw the line.
What if it comes from me?
That's really creepy. I don't do horror very well.
So before we wrap up today, don't forget.
We're there at the end already.
Yeah, we're done.
Right.
Okay. I'm glad you caught up. Thursday.
The 19th, this week. Oh, well, next week.
Next week, 7 p.m. We're going live. We're going to answer all those psychic questions live on Facebook under Violet Storm. We're going to have Cara, Naomi with us, Lee, of course. I will be adjudicating in the background.
And you just don't know who's going to be wearing what.
And
anything could happen.
We're going to...
Oh, our Angel Boy is getting his name finally.
We're giving away our goodies. We're giving away our goodies, Lee.
Yes.
Aren't we?
We are.
So that's happening on the Facebook Live over on Violet Storm Thursday night, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Winners will be announced. One gets a reading with Lee.
And if you decide to take that reading up before the end of October, you get to be read in some kind of costume that I may be in. I've been enjoying reading for people all dressed up. It's been interesting.
She's been doing the stores shopping and her dress ups too, and meeting clients, and every now and then she pops out as a little Tinkerbell fairy out to the bus stop and gives everyone
I've been
a bus
waving at buses like a special person. I like it. I'm having fun.
Yeah, it's lovely. So we've got that all happening. We've got our opening on the 31st of October here in stores, 7 till 10.
We hope you're going to come along and
dress
enjoy,
up.
Dress up. And
do some treats
Yeah.
and some tricks with Lee.
She's still offering me up for tricks. I don't know about that.
Always. All right, guys, have a really amazing weekend, and we will have more coming your way. We're also going to try and get Naomi, our channeled healer who takes people on these magical journeys, to sit down in the hot interview chair and tell us all about it.
She's avoiding me. She was supposed to come in last week and she feigned a migraine. How dare she? We'll get her.
Gonna get the camera shy channel on here, and she'll be live on Thursday too. So she's a pretty amazing gift, Naomi. So we're hoping to show that all to you all. She's in at the last day of this month,
29th?
the Sunday, the 29th of this month. I don't know, she might have one space left. She gets booked up pretty quickly. So if you're looking to go journey, meet guides, take some trans-state with her, she is here. Kara's back in with you.
On the 28th.
Oh, and that's a Saturday.
It
so
is.
if
That's
you're
in 2
looking
weeks.
for mediumship, jump in because she is away with Melbourne MBS in November.
Yeah, so get in really. I mean, Kara's amazing as well. I mean, we bang on about how phenomenal Naomi is, and she is. But Kara, we just assume that everyone can see how amazing she is like we do. So if you want that mediumship, if you want to connect to past loved ones, come in.
And she's got generations in her family lineage.
Yeah, it's
of
long. It's like
mediumship.
it's something like
seventh generation.
Yeah.
Medium. So she has beautiful Fijian ancestry, and her guides come through, and she really just drops heavily into that channel. And she just brings all the fire to our cauldron, doesn't she?
She does.
She steps in here and brings all this fire in. She's going to be at Melbourne MBS
in November.
She's down there for MBS, and you know, if you're in Melbourne watching us or you touch base, you don't miss out on touching base with Kara. She's incredible. Okay, guys. So we will see you on Thursday.
We will. Have a great week. Until then. And then we'll see what trouble we
Be careful when you go into the woods. Into the woods. You know the song, if you go down to the woods today.
You're in for a big surprise. As long as it's not a brown surprise.
That's enough with the poop. Bye, guys.
Bye.